Alright, here we are back for a Week 8 predictions video. I know I've been kind of slacking on these guys. I do apologize for that, and do appreciate everyone who stepped up to do a video in the in-between weeks. I know Savon did one. I think somebody else did one in there as well. Um, but I'm going to get back to doing this every week, or at least, having one done every week by somebody else. If anyone's interested in joining in a predictions video, I definitely want to get that back started so we can get as many people in here, hear as many different voices and things like that. I would love for this Madden if we could get every single user at least one time. I don't feel like that's too much. Ever borrow a mic from somebody if you have to or something like that. Just be really nice to hear everybody's voice. It's going to be an interesting week. We got a few really big games going on. We got a few small issues going on with different users and different teams. There will be some force wins and things like that. Let's go ahead and get into it. I do want a headline. It should be beat into your head by now that it's no custom playbooks on offense or on defense. Other announcements I'm trying to think to run to. I haven't done one of these since week one. Um, all divisional games are supposed to be streamed. All games of the week are supposed to be streamed. Those are always pinged and pinned in the main chat as well in the announcements page. If you haven't joined the announcements page, make sure you let me or Dean or somebody else know. Make sure to get you in there. Um, Aside from the predictions video, we do a power rankings every week. That's usually done by myself or by Leslie, the Browns user, and him and the Jets user, London, are going to be doing a mid-season report for next week. So make sure you're tuning into that. We got a little taste of how good London is at writing today. He did his what was it? It was something seven. It's a reference to the Magnificent Seven or something like that. But he did a poll of the seven most impressive teams throughout the first 7 weeks. Um, Not a poll, but and it was really interesting. He did a write up for each teams he thought. It was just his opinion. It was really impressive. He used lots of metaphors and really took a deep dive into stats and things like that, which is just something I really love. So definitely appreciate that hard work by him, and looking forward to that midseason report. Um, anyway, let's get into this. The awards. The Week 7 NFC Offensive Player of the Week was from the Bucks at 12 catches, 254 yards, and a touchdown. That was in a loss, actually, to the Raiders. They got blown out, but it looks like Mike Evans played well. NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Kendall Fuller, cornerback for the Washington football team, with 4 tackles. He took both his interceptions back for 6. So definitely taking advantage of every window he has to score and put points on the board for his team. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, I believe it's Preston Williams. He had 8 grabs, 314 yards, and 7 receiving touchdowns, which is absolutely insane. We know how Savon likes to groom those wide receivers out there. He'll have this guy by 99 overall by the end of the year, I'm sure. And the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, a familiar name here, TJ Green, with 8 tackles and 3 picks from his free safety position for the Bills. He's playing very well. Let's take a short look into these team stats here, just because it's interesting. As far as total yards, the Eagles are leading the way with 3,430. Lowest, the Raiders, 1922. Total offensive yards, the most is the Dolphins. He's 120 yards ahead of the Giants. Really impressive. Despite the 2-5 record, the Giants very good offensively. Panthers the lowest. You can tell the 0-7 record, 1,474 yards. He's got to get it going on offense. Way too many weapons over there. Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore. I think they sent Robbie Anderson as well. So lots of choices. He is lowest in rushing yards, although a little bit closer to the Bucks, just barely ahead of him. Leading the league in rushing yards, the Giants, and Saquon Barkley almost 300 yards ahead of second place, which is the Falcons. Points per game, the most by the Dolphins at 42. Bills with 39, Saints with 36. Lowest, the Panthers, pretty much lowest in all offensive stats, so he really needs to catch up. Pats down there with 15, Jets down there with 19 as well. Most touchdowns, 32 by the Dolphins, 6 by the Pats. Least amount of rushing touchdowns, 2 by the Washington football team, almost at the Redskins, and 19 rushing touchdowns by the Bills. Really impressive. On the defensive side of the ball, let's see here. The least passing yards allowed by the Saints, playing excellent defense with that 6-0 record. Only 1,119 yards passing allowed. Worst passing off defense, the Cowboys and the 49ers, both over 2,000 yards already. Not going to get done. Least rushing yards allowed. Chargers playing very good football. Real tough defense over there. Stingy with 304. 385 by the Saints, also up there. Most by the 49ers, so 1,153. I'm guessing he's probably highest in total. Yeah, he is by a significant margin. So that's Yeah, I don't like to rag on anybody. It's really unimpressive by HB Realm there, considering how good that defense is, with lots of really amazing players on it. So he's definitely got to step up his game and get start playing better over there. Points allowed: 105 by the Saints, 108 by the Titans, 113 by the Falcons. All really impressive. Most by the Panthers, 283. So it looks like he's not playing well on either side of the ball. Um, QB sacks, only 3 by the Chiefs. That's really interesting. Despite his 4-3 record, he's not getting to the quarterback. 21 by the Chargers and Rams. Both impressive numbers there. Fumble recoveries, few teams haven't recovered one. 7 for the Dolphins and Cowboys each. Interceptions, only 5 by the Panthers. Wow, my Jags got to get those numbers up. Yeesh. 31 by the Bills. That's really, really good. 25 by Dolphins and Bears. Conversion percentage here. This is a big one for me. I find this type of stuff really interesting because I think it generally tells who the better offensive teams are, not the yardage. Um, so 63% by the Chiefs playing. Oh, I had my own echo in there. Sorry. Uh, Playing very good football. 62 by Washington, and 62 by the Saints. Lowest 30% by the Browns. Wow. Yeah, see that'll hurt you right there, Leslie. The Browns could probably be higher if they could convert on third down. 17 of 55 is just not going to get it done. On fourth down, this one's a little bit harder to tell because you see not many people go for it. Football team hasn't gone once all year. Saints 2 of 2. Looks like the Pats are 8 of 8 on fourth down. That is insane. Really impressive there. We'll do red zone efficiency. Chargers are 100%. That is ridiculous. 20 attempts in there. Falcons at 95%, Ravens at 94%. This is what you want to be good at. You want to finish drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. Lowest in the league is the Texans. 9 for 21 is really, really horrendous. Anybody down here is not doing great on that scale. As far as the defensive red zone percentage, the Falcons only giving up points 41% of the time. Really, really impressive number. Saints 57%. But if you get in the red zone on any of these teams, like the Patriots, Lions, Panthers, Raiders, Giants, all above 90%, that's really, really unimpressive. I'm sure I'm leading this one because I get penalties all the time. Only 4 by the Lions, and we have 29 by the Colts. And turnover differential here. Pats at negative 22. Panthers negative 20. You got the Dolphins up there at positive 24 along with the Bills. Raiders playing really good football with 18 as well. Let's see here. Let's get into some actual predictions before I drag this video out into a 30-minute thing. Alright, league schedule. I have updated Daddy Leagues already. I'm trying to make sure I'm on that all the time. Life's a little bit busier around here with a baby, so I got to remember to do these little things like this. I'm loading it up so that I can tell you the records as I go through the predictions. Usually makes it slightly more interesting. Looks like we have had a few games already played. Indianapolis and the Lions. I know the Lions heading into this game only had 1 win. Yeah, now they're 2-5. Colts are 3-4 after a 3-0 start. So he's really got to get it figured out. Looks like 21 points by the Lions in the fourth quarter there after only a 14-7 lead. Really clean game, only 1 turnover each. Matt Stafford had 3 scores. Looks like a little bit of a QB battle going on here between Phillip Rivers and Jacoby Brissett. Brissett definitely outplayed him. DeAndre Swift, all these rushing numbers are terrible. Kenny Golladay, probably the player of the game, looks like, had 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Zach Pascal also up there. DeAndre Swift also caught a touchdown. Defensively, looks like Rocky Sin and Jelani Devine each had long picks. I wonder if they were pick sixes. They both were. So one of those for each team. Let's see here. We got Green Bay. We have Minnesota. These two teams met week 1, and Minnesota got their only win of the season in an upset over Green Bay that really nobody saw coming. But it looks like Dean got his revenge here with a 32-25 victory. Vikes are 1-6 now. Packers up to 3-4. He actually out-turnovered him, which is usually a good way to lose games, but looks like he finished strong there. Game was close in the first half. It really close throughout the game. No score in there in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers had a lot of yards, 2 touchdowns, did throw 4 picks and get sacked 4 times, so not the most impressive numbers. Kirk Cousins even worse. He's trying to be as realistic as possible, I see. I don't know if y'all saw Kirk Cousins' stat line the other day. It was like 6 for 17 with 3 picks or something like that. It was horrible. But a little bit more yards here by this Kirk. Rushing, Dalvin Cook had 27 carries for 112 yards, so he did get the 100-yard carry, but it took him a lot of touches. He had 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones with 106, only 9 touches. I don't know why Dean is always trying to get somebody in here to replace Jones or something like that. I think he doesn't want to pay him, but he's putting really impressive stats up. Receiving, Marquez Valdez-Scantling with over 100 yards. Josh Oliver also, that's a tight end there with 97 and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook had 10 catches as well, so 37 touches by Dalvin Cook. Really, really ridiculous. Let's get to the defensive stats here. Adrian Amos and Kevin King with 9 each. 3 sacks by Daniel Hunter, that's what he does. 2 by Jeff Gladney, the rookie, and interceptions, really impressive. Any pick sixes? No pick sixes. So good one for the Packers there, get himself back on track. We have the Niners and the Seahawks. Looks like a strong second half of the Seahawks after only leading 14-3. Blew him out in the second half. Only 1 turnover. Russell Wilson, 240 yards, 5 touchdowns, only sacked twice, only 9 completions. Wow, 9 of 10 passing. So that is more than half of his passes were touchdowns. That is ridiculous. Jimmy Garoppolo only had 109 yards and threw 2 picks. Rushing, Mostert had 28 carries for 149 and a touchdown. Good numbers there. Carson with 52. Receiving, Tyler Lockett was the favorite of the day with 5 catches, 147 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Greg Olsen caught the other one on a 62-yard score. Defensively, Pierre Desir led with 9 tackles. Looks like 1 pick by KJ Wright, a long one. A sack by a few different people here. Let's get into this last one before we get some predictions. This is one I actually thought the Cowboys were going to win. Looks like a really offensive first half, and everything kind of slowed down in the second half. Lots of turnovers here. These 2 teams usually 2 of the highest teams in turnovers throughout each season. Looks like Wentz had 3 touchdowns and 4 picks. 1 touchdown and 2 picks by Dak Prescott. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott had 163. Did not get in the end zone, though. Looks like it was Devontae Freeman with 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. That does not make sense. Tony Pollard had 15. Miles Sanders had 70 yards. Jalen Reagor, the rookie, definitely getting his touches there. 3 for 80 and 2 touchdowns, which you want to see. Ertz had 73. Quez Watkins, another rookie from Southern Miss, 63 and a touchdown. Vincent Smith, 1 touchdown caught. A bunch of people with 9 tackles. Sacks-wise, Avery Williamson, Derek Barnett, and Fletcher Cox. Interceptions, Blake Cashman with 2. Then Chidobe Awuzie and Nathan Jerry had decently long picks. I'm going to talk my throat right off here. Let's see here. Got the Falcons. We just went through the stats. Falcons, a very good defensive team. Panthers, a very bad offensive team. So expect this one to be a blowout. Probably around I'm going to call sometime in the 30s to not much. Maybe he gets 7. I generally don't call shutouts because it's very difficult, especially this Madden, but this might be one here. But give me the Falcons big. Twan will be forfeiting this game to the Bengals. This will be a Bengals force win. Raiders and Browns. This is a very exciting one here. The Raiders are 4-2, Browns 3-4. Definitely a game both teams need. Raiders playing in a very tough division, so he needs to keep winning. Whew. Both teams have good offensive weapons. It's going to be if Leslie can convert for me. He's played some good users close, so I think he's better than his record will give. I think I'm going to take the upset here. I'm going to take Leslie to win at home and stop this Raiders win streak. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But I just like the weapons he's got over there. I think he's going to play well. Expect Myles Garrett to get to the quarterback. Patriots and Bills. Pats are 1-5. Bills are 6-1. This one also is going to be a blowout. Pats turn it over more than anybody else in the entire league. Bills, one of the best interception teams in the league. So expect this one to be lots of picks. I expect the Bills to win this one big as well. Jets, Chiefs. Jets are 2-5. Chiefs are 4-3. This is an interesting one because you look at the Jets' record and think the road team and think of all the weapons the Chiefs have, and it looks like a blowout. But Chiefs have not played all that fantastic the past few weeks, and the Jets have gotten some good, decent wins. He actually upset the Cardinals a few weeks ago, so he can put points on the board. I don't think he's going to get here. I think Mahomes and Hill and Kelsey and all those guys are just too much. So I'm going to call the Chiefs to win this game, a very close game. This is one of our games of the week. The Rams Dolphins. Rams 4-3, Dolphins 6-1. Rams have a good defense. Um, okay offense. I think every time I see the Dolphins on leading one of these stats that we went through, I think of how impressive it is, especially the offensive ones, because of how bad his offensive line is. I think he's got maybe one player over a 70 overall. So if he's doing that, I think that he's going to have success here. As long as Aaron Donald doesn't sack him 8 or 9 times, I would recommend a double team on him all game. Um, I don't know how this one's going to go. I think I'm going to take the Dolphins to win this game, just because he's a better user. Um, Maybe not the biggest blowout. I'm going to call Dolphins win this one by 10. Jaguars and Chargers. Chargers having some PlayStation issues. This will be a Jaguars force win unless he can get it fixed by Sunday. He said it was possible, so we're going to hope that he gets it fixed. I know I want to play my game. I don't want my first win of the year to be a force win. I'm going to save this for the last big game. Bucks and Giants. Bucks and Giants both 2-5, I believe. Let me see. Both 2-5. Both need to win. Definitely get back on track here. This Giants offense is interesting because when he plays Saquon, he plays very well. But he's got, I don't know if like the QB doesn't trust him all of a sudden, or I mean the coach doesn't trust him all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on, but he needs to play Saquon Barkley and he'll win more games. Um, Bucks play very well, especially offensively. Uh, Mike Evans is going to be hard to cover because I don't know if anybody on that Giants team is going to be able to cover him. And then you still have Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard, Rob Gronkowski. Um, I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think very high scoring. I think I'm going to take the Giants to win a close game here at home. I'm going to say 3 points. Probably something along the lines of 45-42 or 38-35 or something like that. Look for offensive fireworks here. This one, definitely the game of the week. The last two undefeated teams, the Saints are 6-0 versus the 7-0 Bears. Man, this game has to be streamed, of course. Wow, Bears at home. He's got weapons. He looks to be a little less inept on offense. He's not really playing Allen Robinson, his best receiver, either, because he's trying to get him traded. Saints, very good defensive team, pretty good offensive team. I think I'm going to take the Saints to win this game. It's going to be closer than a lot of people think, considering this is a 3-time Super Bowl champ on the left. Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints to win this game by 7 on the road. I think that the Bears are going to force turnovers. It's going to give him a chance, but I think he's just not going to have enough on offense to keep up. So look for a Saints victory here. I'll pick a score. We'll go Saints 27, Bears 24. No, 20. We'll go Saints 27, Bears 20. Yeah, I like that one. I think that's going to be it for the predictions video. If anybody's interested in joining one, make sure you let myself or one of the other commissioners know. I do remember the commission team this year is it's changed the past few weeks. People rotating around, people not wanting to be there, people wanting to be there. But we definitely have a real solid commission team now. We're very happy with it. It's myself, Jason, I'm the Jaguars user. Dean, he's the Packers user. Dwayne, he's the Cowboys user. Leslie, he's the Browns user. Savon, he's the Dolphins user. And Peso is joining us on the commission team. He is the Lions user. So if any issues about streaming, about people cheating, things like that, make sure you get with one of the commish. Everybody get your games in and have a good day.